Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're enjoying the videos, please consider subscribing. Today, we are going to go over pairing snakes. Yesterday, I went ahead and fed everything and also paired and recorded everything, if not most everything. Now, when I pair, I like to feed first, give the animals a little bit of time to settle back down, and then pair, just to make sure that there's no hunger involved, just in case, a hognose decides to eat a small adult male, or a bull snake decides to get overly aggressive. Just generally, safety. Doesn't always work out well. Sometimes there's a regurg, but generally speaking, it works out just fine, and all of my animals overall stay safe, stay healthy. So let's get to this video and enjoy. Last night I checked and I did have a pairing that I was able to get a picture of. I'll show it at the end of the video. All right, everyone, have a great day. For our first pairing this year in the corn snakes, we're going to pair Emmett here, who is an extreme reverse Okatee, and he has some type of extra red gene that I'm not all that worried about, that fills in his what would normally be his white borders with a darker red to Tess, who is an extreme reverse Okatee tessera. Now, out of this pairing, unless they're hets that are unknown, we should get nothing but extreme reverse Okatees and extreme reverse Okatee tesseras in roughly a 50-50 match. Now, Tess just shed for the first time after brumation, so she is now technically ready to be paired. Emmett had already been paired, or had already shed. Now, Tess has been quite aggressive of late, so I'm going to feed both of these snakes at the same time, and then after they've both eaten, they will get paired, and then we will put them back on the shelf and give them a day, and we'll probably pair again next week. All right, now that Emmett has eaten, we're going to take the lid off of Tess again. She's currently calmed down, but for the most part, she is still quite angry with the world. We're going to take and introduce Emmett and watch and make sure that she isn't going to be overly aggressive towards him, and we'll see how they pair. All right, let's keep going. Now, it really is that simple to pair snakes, but with the attitude that Tess has had lately, and just generally good safe keeping to make sure that your females aren't going to eat your males, especially in the hognose world, I always kind of keep an eye on them, let them kind of introduce themselves to each other, make sure everything's going to be okay before I just put them back, close the bins up, put them back on the shelf and let them sit for a while. It looks like they're going to be just fine. It's both their first season together, or at all. So we're going to let these guys kind of work out and figure out what they're doing, what's going on, and we'll separate them tomorrow. All right, let's get the next pair. So next up on our pairing list is Wild Style, who is an extreme Okatee. She's always buried in the substrate, and she is being paired to our ultra male Anery. Now he, combined with her, should produce ultra male Okatees, extreme reverse Okatees, and probably Okatees as well. And I'm saying Okatee, it depends on the band thickness for whether or not they will end up being extreme Okatees, due to him not being an extreme with his or an Okatee in general with his patterning. So we'll just have to see how much the patterning shrinks after being paired with him. Now, just like the previous pair, we're going to go ahead and feed them both just to make sure that they aren't hungry. And then we will put them together and make sure that they no one wants to eat the other. And then we'll put them away for at least 24 hours. All right, let's get to work. All right, looks like they both have their meals down, and we have one little girl who's looking like she's wanting to escape. So we're going to go ahead and put the lid back on, give them a minute just to let him finish eating, realize where he's at, and then we'll go from there. As long as they look good, we'll put them up and wait and grab the next pair, because we're moving to the bull snakes next. So I just paired the albino bull snake to the het girl, and we're going to see how they act. It looks like They're acting okay currently. It doesn't look like she's trying to completely just run away, and neither is he. But we're gonna get these guys put back on the rack, and we'll pair the next ones, and I'll actually film the whole thing. All right, let's get to work. Here we are with the second pairing of bull snakes. Obviously the lids are still on. This is going to be the albino white-side male to the het albino white-side anery xanthic everything female. We're gonna see how they do. As long as she's not too aggressive towards him. Looks like she's mainly wanting to get away. We'll just give them a minute to smell each other out, and then we will let them do their thing for a day. All right, pairings are beginning. We'll see what we can do with the hognose. Now for the hognose, we are doing 2 pairings. We're doing the albino pairing that we did last time, or last year, and that's to once and for all finally prove out the possibility of a het albino, or no, I'm sorry, het snow. And then also these albino babies are beautiful because they're such a high orange. Now we're also going to be pairing condas. Now these guys have been paired last year, so they should be fine, but just gonna kind of watch them for a second, make sure everything's okay before we move on to the conda pairing. Last up on the pairings is the 2 condas. Now this is a conda male, obviously, and a conda female. They have been paired previously, and for them, it really isn't that big of a deal. I just, you'll notice that I've moved her. I just like pairing on paper towel. It makes seeing if they pair easier. And this is later in the day from when I paired the albinos, and I should be able to give you guys a picture that I took. The albinos have already paired, and we're going to put the hognose in here. Give them a few minutes just to let them realize what's going on. Make sure the females don't decide to be hungry, even though they were fed yesterday, the hognose were. And we're gonna give them overnight and see how they do. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what we've done, please remember to subscribe. And also, consider checking out either the playlist or the video that is shown on the screen. Have a great day. Bye.